Okay, so this morning I'm going to do a video showing my daughter how to cull images with the free FastStone software. So I'm going to first plug in my camera. I'm plugging in my Sony A7R V camera first via USB-C directly into the camera. So I'm not removing the SD card at all. Switching my camera on, and it is set to image transfer MSC. Okay, so I'm just going to select that. Now, as you'll see, I open Windows File Manager, and we will go to my PC. This PC. Here's all my drives that are plugged in. I'm not working with them now so that they can just stay. So these two drives represent the two cards in my camera. So I'm just going to double click on the first one. And then I'm going to double click on DCIM in my Sony camera menu. Now here's the 2 days, the folders of the 2 days in my camera currently. I'll just open this and I'll say view extra large. This will show me the images on this camera from the previous week at the Pretoria Boeremark. So I'm going to go back and open yesterday's images. Now, there are not so many images here, but my policy is to not download all my RAW files, because as you can see, these are very big RAW files. I shoot in uncompressed RAW, and the 61 megapixel camera gives me 125 meg images. So I'm going to right click on this image and say open with, click on that, and then it's a FastStone Image Viewer. Now I first downloaded FastStone Image Viewer off the internet. I just went to FastStone and said download for Windows. Okay, so I click on FastStone. Now immediately the FastStone open source software opens these huge RAW files like instantaneously. And the other nice thing about FastStone is you don't pay for it at all. It's completely free. Now, what it allows you to do is to quickly select and flag different images, and then select the flagged images and then send them to a specified folder. Now, I've already created the folders in my folder structure in Windows for the market. I'll quickly show you guys that. So let's minimize this FastStone album. We go to it, Windows Explorer, and I will show you on my D drive. This is my filing system, and I go clients for 2026, sorry. And then I go Pretoria Boeremark. Here's all my market albums. Now I number them so that I can easily find them in Lightroom. But here, if I click on it, here's all my folders. So I'm going to export my RAW files that I've selected in FastStone. I'm going to export them to this folder saying the market date and everything, RAW. Now, when I export from Lightroom Classic, I'm going to export a batch called large, and I'm going to limit those to 12 meg each at the maximum per image. So that's a ways down from 125 meg per image. Now, the ones I'm going to send to the market as well as publish on my Facebook account are going to be web-signed, and they're going to be optimized for publishing in Facebook. All right. So that's just to show you. And these are the videos. These are the different video folders that I make about the market. So my point of view 1, point of view 2, and then I've got an audio recording that is going to be published on the marketing podcast. And then I've got the editing video and the culling video, which is the one we're filming right now off the screen. All right. So back to FastStone. You'll see right down here, I'm clicking on FastStone. Just want to see in OBS that you guys can see everything. So I'm back in FastStone. I think it's basically showing you the whole screen. Right here in OBS, I'm just going to check quickly. scale to window. That's better. Now you'll see if I minimize FastStone, you'll see right down here, I click on FastStone. Okay, so this is my first image. This is the image I'm going to use for my podcast that I recorded with my conversation with these two businessmen sitting around the fire every Saturday at the Pretoria Boeremark. So I'm going to use the forward arrow to scroll through these images. So out of these two images, you see this one is not so nice, and this one, the firelight is showing up much more in their faces. So I will do the backslash key, which will then put a flag onto this image, as you can see right there. So I'm going to then move to the next image. This guy giving me a nice fake smile. It's actually quite cute. And I'm going to flag that one. And this is quite a nice moment. I really like it. And I'm backslash key to select it. Nice moment. Okay, so this vendor asked me to focus on his wife, whom he says is a very good sales lady, which I then did. She was not very keen on the camera, but you'll see in my point of view video how I managed that by saying to her, I promise to delete any images that are not great. Now, this one in my opinion is not great, but my policy in culling is for paying clients, I will cull less strictly. So I'm for now going to keep this. I can always discard it again in the editing process. I first want to see how much I've got. So this is a very interesting expression of hers. I don't like it much either, but I'm keeping it for now. This is a much better. Yeah, I might end up sending him all of them, and then they can decide which ones they like and which ones they don't like. This is probably one of the nicer ones of her. This one is for the market. Excuse me, this one is just off their stall, but it's a fairly random image of a guy walking past. Oops, excuse me, got the hiccups. Again, another quite random image, which I'm not going to keep. This is very cool. This is probably going to be my main cover image for the market album. So I'm keeping that. This lady appreciated these bonsais so much. There's the proprietor of the bonsais in the background. So this is a keeper. And this is Willie with his hot dog stand and these two friendly market visitors that wanted to move out of the way. And I said, no, you mustn't move out of the way. You are part of my image. All right. So I actually like this one where the guy's face is turned inwards. This is beautiful. I really like this. All right, and a nice crowd image. Now, always when I take crowd images, I try to find one figure that I can nail my focus onto. Now, this guy is not the friendliest of people, but he is just walking there, and I think it's fine as a crowd image. Now, this guy would have been a great person to focus on. But right now, this image is focusing on this lady who's not looking very happy. That guy was seeing me, and I should have focused on him. So I'm definitely not selecting this image. This previous image can be a keeper. This is not so good. Again, here, I tried to focus here, but it goes very quickly as people are moving. So it's very difficult to find someone who is nice to focus on. So again, this is not the best image. However, I do think I will keep it because it is showing a throng of people coming into the market. So I'll keep it for now. Quite a cute image, which we'll keep. This guy posing with his dog, we'll keep it. this focuses on the dog, but I think this one is better, focusing on the person. We only need one. These customers smiling nicely. Just give me a sec. All right, I'm back. Had to go and fetch something. Again, I was in a very shallow depth of field, so the focus here is on this, on these spring onions. I actually think this image can work if I crop the spring onions tightly, so I'm going to keep this. Then I was focusing on this lady's market stall, which is showing all these interesting little figurines that she makes out of recycled materials, which is really cool. So I'm gonna give her a proper feature. I like this one with the hand in it, the artist's hand. I'll keep that as well. I love the chessboard. It's all shallow depth of field because it was still low light in the morning. Now this works very well as shallow depth of field because all these figurines are hanging in exactly the same focal plane. So I like this one. Amanita muscaria. I like that. And this lady, she's so friendly. Her boss on the other side, however, her boss here, he's quite a character. But I really like this lady, so I got an image here. And Sister Jenny. So Sister Jenny always wants the name to focus. So Sister Jenny, here's the name of your business focusing here. That's lovely. I think this one this is also a nice image, but I might crop out the chair and just do a tight crop on this lady and then use the next image as a wider framing. Yeah. Okay, toadies, we'll keep that. Flip it, pop it, drinking. So this I framed to have that in. So there we go. Keep that. Keep that scene. Focus on that product. Nice interaction between these two boere. Let's keep that. This is the grounds manager of the market. Some people are so surprised when they see a photo and a camera. So the guy's just like, what's going on? So I think I might just crop him out, but I'm going to keep the grounds manager. People with their dog. I spoke to this lady a previous time. She breeds these Rhodesian Ridgebacks. And it's not a great image. I will skip this one. And this little puppy went viral last time. People loved it. So I took quite a few images of this couple with their puppy. And I'm just going to quickly run through them. I actually like this one where they're looking at the puppy. I asked them to look at the puppy and then look back up at me. Now, there's always people in the background, so I must choose the image that makes the people in the background the least distracting. And I actually think it's this one because the people in the background are really framing the image nicely. So I'm going to keep this one. And I can then actually just crop this dude out mostly. So let's keep that one. I think that's the least distracting one. This lady is quite distracting right in between this couple, so I'm not going to keep it. Yeah, right. So that was the last of the images on this camera. Now, what's important, Layla, is to click here on the tag button and then say show tagged, and I click on that. Now I click on the first image And then I take this bar here and I scroll right to the very last image. And then I hold my shift key down on my computer. And while holding shift down, I click on the last image. Now they're all selected in a blue frame. Just explaining this very clearly. Now I go up here, and if you hover on these buttons, it will show you what they do. And what I want is, I want the one that says move to folder, and I click on that. Now I've already created the folder which I wanted to go to. You see all these folders of the market are the ones saying raw. And those are the folders to which I'm exporting. So I'm going to say browse. And then I'm going to go to Pretoria Boeremark number 24. And I'm going to say plus. And under there, you'll see 24 raw. And I'll click on that and I'll say OK. And I will say move. Now, look how quickly it's moving these 36 images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can say in about 10 seconds, it's moving 36 very large files into that raw folder. Now, once it's done that, there we go. Boom, done. Okay, and that's done. So now I can close FastStone and I can actually switch my camera off and then remove my camera. Now I'm going to bring in the other camera and do exactly the same process in the other camera. So those who are interested in how to use FastStone can stop watching here. And those who are interested in looking through the rest of my selections for the market images are welcome to stay on this video and watch me do the culling quickly off of the other camera, which is the Sony A9 Mark III with my longer lens telephoto, the 70-200 OSS Mark II lens from Sony. All right. Okie dokie. So now I'll go back into this PC. Now here again lies the two drives from the A9 Mark III. And I go to DCIM. And here are the images from last week. I'll scroll down. This camera basically throws all the images together into a folder. So I really need to just see where I started this week's shooting. This is exactly what happened. I ended, so I'm going to click here on this image and I'm going to say open with FastStone Image Viewer. Now it's opening an image from last week. And as I go on, I see the first image from yesterday. And as you can see, this is a 24 megapixel camera. So I'll go forward key, look through the series, and it's actually the first image that I'm going to select and then just quickly run through them again. The real power of FastStone is how quickly it opens these raw images. I asked these two coffee vendors to pose with their coffee, and I'm selecting that one nicely. And this lady with her tasters. So I can look at that one, but there's a big old dustbin there. These dustbins are so irritating. Okay, so the best I've got here is this one, which I'll keep. And shame this guy with his little dog, he was so cute. So I actually, I think the punched in image, this one is the one I'll keep. Forward key, this guy with his box of fruit on his head. I actually like this one where I can still see his face partially. And I'll just quickly see how quickly you can run through these images. I'll keep this one. I'll keep this one. Again, the vendor excuse the slurping. My coffee. Okay, not this one. Not this one. It's not flattering. Let's keep this. This one is actually showing a nice angle and action where she's serving a client, so a customer. So I'll keep that. Oh, there's a nice angle. Now this image shows her in context here with the stall, the products, the husband and the customers, and a very nice smile. So we'll take that one as a keeper. I'll throw this in just for extra because I really struggle to fulfill my assignment with this stall. I actually like this one. I'm going to crop this guy out and I'll just do a tight crop of this image. And then the photographer applying her trade, also with a good old Sony camera. Let's keep that. The guy helping. And these ladies standing by Leonard Spire. That's a nice image. Ah, this one's better. So then I'll just go back and uncheck that image, and then so I can uncheck it again by the backslash key. And this is the keeper right there. No, not this one. Not this one. This is better. This is better. We'll keep this one. That's nice. That's nice. That's good enough. Let's just see between the last one and the first one. Definitely the first one is more expressive, yes. Again, I'll give this one as an extra for them. This lady with her dog. That's actually the keeper right there. That one. And then I asked her to pose for a nice photo, which was really nice. Oh, isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful. I'll keep that. Curry and rice. That's a better one. More in focus. You see how quickly the selection process goes. This is for Stephanie scented candles. That's actually very nice. Keep both of them. Lovely interaction there. I'll keep that. Yes, I'll keep these, and then Stephanie can decide for herself which ones that she wants to keep. Strawberries with backlight coming through. It's actually quite nice. My friend by the Jaffles. Not a great image. It's not great. I don't like it. I really posed. I was focusing the camera right over this lady's shoulder, and I was literally waiting there for like 30 seconds until she starts scooping her melkos. So that was the actual image with the steam coming off of the melkos. I think the one where she's digging the spoon in is the one that I'll keep. Morning coffee for Leonard again. For Leonard again. Let's do the one where the phones are touching. Oh, here's a great one. I really like this one. I really like that. I'm gonna send him all of these facial expressions. That one I don't like so much. I'm gonna send him this as well. There we can keep the one with the expressive hands is better. It's better. I actually like this one. The guy's expression on his face is better, and I can actually see the lady's face as well. So we'll keep that one. I just love FastStone, how quickly you can scroll through images and do the culling. So in these series of images, I took this one right from across the path of another stall, so right through a stall. And I like the way this couple was interacting to this vendor with the dog bed. And this lady notices me. The guy looks a bit worried. He's a bit skeptical. I don't know if this is good enough. I think I'm going to keep this one. I'll keep that one. He seems too skeptical. I'll keep this one as well. I might throw it away later. Fathers with their kids on their shoulders, I like to capture. This is an old rugby legend, Moner. Van Heerden, I think. Moner van Heerden, if I remember correctly. I'm sure that's him sitting right there. So selling all his rugby memorabilia. So I'll keep this one. I actually prefer the one with the people in here in the foreground and the interaction going on there. A sale is being made, so let's keep that one. And then I was actually shooting from within the stall of these ladies, so I decided to offer them a nice photo opportunity as well for their stall. So I'll keep one of these. I think this one, the wider shot. I'll keep the wider shot. And whatever this cordial is. Pony rides. I've got quite a few of the pony rides, so I must just pick. I actually like this one. I'll exclude most of the other pony rides. So this was one of the dogs we shot later on in the action photos, if I now recognize it correctly. Again, this is the lady with the viral puppy. So they were featuring all over the place. So this interaction wasn't the best. These are such lovely dogs. This is a Alsatian crossed with a Border Collie. What a lovely dog. I love crossbred dogs. Look at this amazing dog. Okay, this image I'll keep. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. This is a very nice image. I'll discuss the editing of these images more in the editing video, my Lightroom classic workflow editing video. Right now, we're just culling them and making the artistic choices in which images we will keep. This was the other dog of which I got amazing action images. So I'm going to keep this image as well. I think this one is better. So usually I would run through a series like this and then decide which one to keep. Now this one is the keeper where the noses are touching. That's the decisive moment. All right, here we are back. She's making a nice smile. You see how I'm selectively framing my subject to be representing my subject in the most pleasing light possible. So you can photograph the same subject in a pleasing way or in an unpleasing way. And this, I like this. I like this. This shows me the love between this couple. And they are such beautiful people, really. I really love them. This guy's got such a good heart. I really like this guy. I really like it. So I'll keep this one as well. Oh, tender moment. But spoiled by the guy in the background, so I'm going to actually just skip this moment. This is very pleasing. This is actually a very nice angle. Yeah. I'm just going to bless Leonard with a good array of photos. It's actually also quite a decent angle. Yeah. That's nice and friendly, and with Leonard in the background carrying the product. So I actually thought I failed at this commission, but as it appears, I think I succeeded. I don't know what you think. Even this one, I think it can work. They can choose which ones they like. Again, this one, I don't think. I think with some careful cropping, this can work. There we go. How friendly. Look how she's interacting with the child. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to keep that one. But you see, if I look at the father's expression, the more close up. Oh, look at that. That's the moment. That's the decisive moment. We'll keep that one of the dog. No, no, no. Keep that one. I wanted to get these two succulents in the boy's hands. Let's keep that. Two guys talking. The ubiquitous goose. No. Yes. The lady with her goose again. Yes. Linda Samur coffee. Again, pony rides. Like I said, I've already got one, so it really needs to be a special one if I need to keep another one. In fact, this one with the poodle jumping at the guy leading the ponies is. I must decide whether this close-up is the one or the one showing the entire scene. I think this one is the one. Here he is looking at me. I like the one where he's looking at the dog, so we'll keep that one. Cassidy serving a customer at Stephanie scented candles. So I like, eyes are closed. Keep it for now. I don't want to cull too harshly. I can always discard some in the edit again. So this is the group of guys whose dogs I photographed. That was not a flattering photo of them. I tried the pony some more. Here's the lady with the poodle again. We don't need to cover her again. Nice couple interaction. We'll keep it. A lovely, friendly couple. We'll keep that. Okay, so here starts the action sequences of these two dogs. They are both Alsatian Border Collie crosses, so I took quite a few action images here, so I'm literally going to just keep the ones that are, in fact, I'll keep this one as a food image for the market. I must be really critical now. just the very, very best images I'm going to keep. There. There. I stopped down. This is a particularly nice one, showing the three guys and this dog chasing the ball. I think this is a keeper. This, oh my word, this one and this is definitely a keeper. Oh my word, so many keepers. This is actually very nice as well. This is one that's nice. I'm literally only keeping the best ones, because there's so many. I didn't like the ones where the dog's running past me. I like the ones where he's really looking like he's running into me. Now, this is a great image because these people in the background are smiling, enjoying the day. The dog's enjoying it. The owners of the dog's enjoying it. It's a very festive mood in this image. So this will be a cover image for the album. Even this one, I must keep it. This one's actually quite funny because this dog is chasing, but this dog is getting it. So it doesn't matter that the one is not in focus. It still tells the story. How quickly I'm running through them. Both of them chasing. This is a nice action. No, it's not. It's not in focus. Here we go. Here we go. I think I can crop something into this one. It's a lovely action image of this dog. Imagine if I crop in on that. I think I'll keep that one. And then I asked them to send this dog on his own. I actually think this image can be, no, it's soft. Again, I think my depth of field was at f4. It's not enough. It needs to be at f8. Images like these, you really want the whole dog sharp. You don't want only the dog's nose or eyes sharp, in my opinion. I really hope it's sharp. For some reason, it looks like I misfocused here, which is really, really sad. What caused me to misfocus? Now, I must say that FastStone opens these images in a lower resolution. So I actually think this image is in focus, which is why I'll keep this one. I'll keep this one. I'll keep this one. And I will see later if they are in focus or not. Keep some of these. This one is actually the best one. It's not in focus. I'm telling you now, it's not in focus. but I'll see later. This one's definitely out of focus. I think the dog here was closer than my, although you see it focused here, the camera missed focus. Let's see what focus looks like here. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You see, there's the difference. This image is in focus, and this one is not. I think I should have been in wide focus zone. This is a winner. This is sharp. This is a winner. And then I did a posed image with these guys. You see, people can move past behind. I'll just pick the one which is less photobombed. We'll keep that one. A lady with a baby. Yes. No. This one actually works in a way because he's carrying packages, carrying flowers, and the three little kids towing behind. I'll actually keep it. Nah. Pop and Kayans. Keep that. Let's leave that. Friendly people. This one. I think this guy wasn't interested in the candles, to be honest. I think he just wanted to talk to the candle seller. Keep this. There we go. Done with the culling. We'll just go show tagged again. Click the first one, drag it all the way through. Shift, click the last one, move to folder. Now it's going to be the same folder as what the previous files went to. We've got almost 100 files here, so and I'll only select about 60 of the best ones to send off into Facebook for my weekly market album that I share on the photoandvideoguy.com Facebook business page, and then the Pretoria Boeremark shares that as well on their page. And thanks for being here, and please subscribe if you like these videos and leave your comments down below.